Hey, it's been a long time. Man, don't have my microphone hooked up, so hopefully the audio on this is at least semi-reasonable. I kind of just wanted to have like a short little thing for everyone to just, I guess like a life update or like a channel update. I'm not really sure like what all I want to really get out here. It's been a while since I've been posting any content on the internet, period. It's been kind of a wild last year, a little over a year. Probably a year and a half. Work started off being crazy. A lot of movement there. A lot of stresses there. Started eating up a lot of my time. We had personal stuff happen, that kind of was just a lot that drained me a lot. So yeah. All that being said, I've been kind of taking some time to like figure out my life, right? As most people who come to watch this are here for the versus content, right? And over the last couple years, it's been rough to play the game. It's just not as engaging for whatever reason, right? Whether that's just life being too heavy or whatever, and like you can't focus on it, or whatever the reason is. I just haven't been getting as much out of the game as I was when I first started playing. So it kind of took a backseat. Like a lot of the formats and a lot of the games kind of feel like a game of solitaire, right? Like I feel like with how things are balanced in the game, it's just more about how you build your deck, and then like the game kind of like there's no like complicated game. It's rare for complicated game states where like decisions matter. It's just like, oh, I built the deck so that I draw these cards, and like this deck's not interactive with this deck, or I'm like a super aggro deck and like I just run over the inactive decks, or I lose the inactive decks, right? So that was a factor for me, losing it, which was kind of tearing, because like I got to the point where I was playing and going to events not necessarily for the game but more for the people, and that like took a toll on me for a while because I kind of felt guilty about it. Like I'm not having fun playing the game per se, but I'm having fun seeing the people I've met and like the relationships I built through the game, whether that's like all the guys at Apex, if it's the big three guys, if it's Vito doing his thing, the Ohio crew. It's just like, and then like meeting new people, like people are like, oh man, like it's cool to finally meet you, blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, that was like the better part, like rather than like the game kind of just was like dull to me. And I don't know if that's a game thing or if that's a life was kicking my butt thing, right? So yeah. With that being said, I've been kind of taking some time to like work on myself and like figure out my life, and I've been kind of like reassessing the things I miss. And I miss a lot of the people in the Versus community, but I still don't miss the game. So with that being said, I'm still going to probably start, like, well, I say probably, I'm still gonna go to events. I'm probably not gonna go to events like I used to. I'm doing Midwinter here coming up, because I miss people, and that's like a huge community thing, right? Like, everyone shows up, they're all having fun, they're all relaxing, they're all having jokes, and I don't really have to care about the game necessarily. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to see everyone. I'll go to probably events like the Gen Con events. Like, if I don't have another event for another game at Gen Con, I'll probably still play at Gen Con. Just like I said, even if I don't play, I'll just like come check in with everyone and say hey. And then anything that's like relatively local, right? Like Texas was this year, and that kind of tricked me back into playing. Like, I had not played for a while, and then there were 2 back-to-back local / semi-local events, which were the boys release event that they did here in Oklahoma. I kind of found out about that late. We went to it. It was a lot of fun. It was like just a bunch of friends getting together and playing the game. And then the fact that it was sealed kind of tricked me into being like, oh yeah, this game is fun and interactive. And so like a week later or 2 weeks later was the Texas Regional, which again, I was like, man, maybe I do miss this. Maybe I want to get back into this. So I did that thing. I went down there, I built the deck, we played, we had fun, seeing those guys. So, it's like more of a sprinkled in thing. So yeah. And then the other thing I've found myself lately is really missing making content, which is why this is here. I don't know, man. It's like having some sort of outlet is kind of been missing for a while. So I'm just kind of trying to like just throw stuff out and see if it sparks something that it used to spark, right? So I'm gonna try this for a little bit, but it's not gonna be purely versus content, right? It's going to be me content. I might do a vlog of going to Midwinter, and seeing everyone and just kind of the journey. I kind of want to like do videos of like exciting things that happen, or if I come up with like a creative idea, I want to do those things, but it's going to be more variety and less this game based anymore. So with that being said, we'll see how it goes, because one of my things is anyone who was around when we started this, it was me and Vito, and then anyone who followed any of my other YouTube content, it was me and my brothers. I'm not a big do things by myself guy. It's just I lose, like it's more about like spending time with somebody and like hanging out and like really enjoying myself with them, right? So I'm gonna try the solo thing for a while and just see how it feels, and see, like, again, like I said, if I can spark anything that I used to feel doing this again. So yeah, hopefully it does, and hopefully I keep doing it, and if I do, I hope you guys stick around and check it out, you know, but I get it if you don't, because if you showed up for the versus content and then there's not versus content. You might not be into the other stuff. But if you are one of the people who showed up for the me content or the me and Vito content, because you know us from outside of that stuff and you just like us and like hanging out or like just like sharing life with us, then hopefully that's something that I can do, and hopefully that's something that you get something out of. Hopefully it's something I get something out of. I don't know, man. It's just like it feels like something's missing lately, and I'm having a hard time putting my finger on it and really understanding, I guess. And so I'm just gonna start throwing stuff out there, and hopefully it works out. So for you being at Midwinter, I am excited to drop in and see y'all. Won't be there for the full time because of work restrictions, but I will be there on Saturday, and then late Friday night. So yeah, it should be good, guys. Much love.